lecturette on the topic that is the judicial review. So the judicial review is a cornerstone and an important feature of the Indian Constitution. The judicial review is a power of the courts to study and to uphold the legality of any provisions that has been passed by the elected representatives to the legislature. So right now my lecturette will be divided into three portions. I will be dealing with the legal provisions. Second, I will be dealing with the historical aspect. And third, I will be dealing with the conclusion. So first of all, the provisions that govern the judicial legislature, judicial review is first of all the Article 13. Article 13 of the Indian Constitution states that any law inconsistent with the constitutional provisions will be held void. Secondly, we have Article 32, which states that any citizen can enforce their fundamental rights through approaching the courts. Article 226 allows the High Courts and Supreme Court to issue the writs and enforce the fundamental rights. And moreover, we will be talking about the historical aspect. So, first of all, why is there need of judicial review? Because post-independence, we had land reforms and Government of India inserted the 9th schedule. And apparently, under the 9th schedule, the legality cannot be challenged under any circumstances. Why is that so? Because prior to 1950, we had one provision in our constitution. Initially, that was the right to property. And as per right to property, land cannot be acquired by the Government of India. And therefore, the land distribution was not challenged. And therefore, the provisions were inserted under the 9th schedule. And first of all, the first case that came into existence was Keshwanath versus Union of India. In this case, it was stated that the basic structure of Indian Constitution cannot be changed under any circumstances. The second case is of Manarava Prince case in 1978. It stated that the judicial review was a fundamental part of the Indian Constitution. Furthermore, in the year 2010, another judgment was passed by the Honorable Supreme Court that stated that no matter what the provisions of the Constitution might be, no law shall have exception from the judicial review. And thereafter, in the conclusion, I would like to say that the judicial review protect the law and the fundamental rights, or else tomorrow the new amendment might extend the tenure of the government officials. Therefore, I think it is an important part of the Indian Constitution. Thank you.